think we're good.
I think we're good. Well, how's it going? How you doing, guys? This is Intermedation. I mentioned like one of my OG followers, subscribers, but he also streams on Twitch. Do you want to talk a little bit about what you normally do?
Yeah, I stream a variety of games, mainly Valorant and Super Mario 64 speed runs, and occasionally I do an IRL stream here and there. I like to do paranormal investigations, so anytime I get a chance to do that, that's always fun to do on stream. That's pretty much it.
And when's the
Also,
last paranormal stream? Oh, my bad. Oh, what were you saying before
um,
that? I'll
I
ask again.
think. Oh, I was just gonna ask chat, how long have I been subbed? Does anybody know?
I think we can look.
Any guesses in chat?
Any guesses, guys? Do you know how long he's been subscribed? Some of you know if you've watched because you can see the resub, but it's a long time. It's longer than me, which is impossible.
Got some
Uh,
good guesses. 69. I like that one, Fat Bear.
that's a pretty good one.
All right, I got you. I got you.
Oh, damn. Sheesh. Oh, man.
Close, close, close. Fat Bear.
71. Oh, man. I'm remembering now. I normally when I do this, I mute the sound alerts, and they're
We gotta test everything.
yeah, you got to make sure. I hadn't had a person on the stream in a while, so we got to make sure that everything's working. So I appreciate you popping on, guys. Inter is super cool dude, super chill. I think he recently you're in correct me if I'm wrong, South Carolina, right? If or
That's
one of the
it.
Carolinas, and they didn't, you got access to some what kind of, you've been trying some gummies lately?
Yeah, we got the Space Panda gummies. Space Panda Delta.
Nice. And like for some people, that's all you can really have access to if you're trying to get something legally, and then be able to go into the store and if you get in trouble, be like, I got a receipt from the store over here. I didn't buy this from some shady guy. But have all you tried as edibles recently for like you? And correct me if I'm wrong. That was like your first time trying anything like that, or?
Yeah, it's my first time. It was a couple months ago, I think, is when I first tried them, and then they were. I made a mistake, and I can go into that story if you'd like.
I think we'll go into that in a little
Um,
bit because it sounds like a good one. But you've been trying it for a
uh,
couple months now.
yeah, I don't take them often, but if it's a weekend, I'll typically take one just to like kind of mellow out for the evening.
Take one. And do you got the numbers down? Is that like 10 milligrams, 5 milligrams?
These are, yeah, these are 10 milligrams.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's for some people it's a guessing game at first, or they don't look that harmful, and you're like, I can have a few, but like you can't. So how was that first time? How was the that mistake that you made? How'd that work out?
So the first one I took, I was like, all right, I'm expecting 30 minutes, an hour in, I'll feel something. Hour goes in, nothing. I don't feel a thing. I'm like, man, these things, I must have a high tolerance. So I took another one. I'm like, man, this just isn't hitting. I went 3D, and I I I had to go somewhere that evening, and it I was like so out of it. I got to where I was supposed to be, and I was supposed to like speak when I was there, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that. I was
You had to go somewhere and speak? Oh no. My dude, I wish you would have asked me for some tips or something, or I would have hit you with a few. Like, make sure you got your whole day locked down, and just keep waiting if you don't feel it. Just keep waiting.
yeah,
Those would
that
have
would
been
have
my
been
my tips.
solid advice. But yeah, I learned my lesson pretty quick on that one.
You had to go somewhere and speak, like in front of a lot of people. Was it important?
It wasn't a whole lot of people, but I mean, it's something I could get out of too if I needed to. So I was like, yeah, like I walked up and I was at that point because the way it works for me, and obviously I'm new to all this stuff, so I don't understand it. But like, it's like it goes in cycles. When I take the edibles, it starts in my head and then it works its way down like body part by body part. So like the point that I was at when I got there is like I was manually like swallowing. like like is that a thing? Like yeah. That
Over
exactly.
exaggerated, but you gotta make sure it's really
Yeah.
happening.
I'm just like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this.
He took edibles for his first time and had to go speak in front of people later that day. Oh, buddy.
Good times, good times.
Like, wait, did you have to speak in front of even more people the next day? What was the rush?
No, I didn't end up speaking, but we were good.
And you ended up taking how many? You said you started with the just the one?
Yeah, I started with the one, and then about an hour in, I wasn't really feeling anything, so then I went two, and then I went three.
Three of them. But now you got the math down to one ish.
Yeah, I because I wait so long in between them, I'll usually do like half of one, and then kind of like test myself, and if I'm okay after a half, I might just go ahead and take the full one.
There you go. The thing
But I
is,
usually do it at nighttime.
it's hard to gauge that, especially at that range of like 10 milligrams, because sometimes you're getting them and they're 7 milligrams. They say 10 on the label, but like that batch is all 7, and the last ones you got were all 12 or something. You know what I mean? Like it could
Yeah,
be slightly different. They're not able to test each one and confirm, but like that's good to like slowly wait. And it's hard to recreate the same high every time, especially with like eating a single edible, but seems like you got a pretty good lock on it and a strategy.
it's a lot different than alcohol, that's for sure. Like
Yeah.
I definitely have a high tolerance when it comes to alcohol, but
And you haven't tried
yeah.
any vapes or anything like that? Because it's a
No,
little
I've
different.
I've n- I've never been much of the smoking type, so I currently have no interest, and you know,
I got
obviously if I ever did, I would definitely consult you at that point.
you. No, I got you on that. I was gonna say that's would say is closer to alcohol, where it's easier to gauge. You're feeling it as you're doing it instead of way later. Like, I hope I did it right, because it's like a science experiment. Your first few times taking edibles, just to see what happens. But
Right.
eventually you figure it out. And you haven't done more than the 3, right? That was your max.
No, that was definitely my max. No. I don't think I could ever get to a point where I would do more than two.
Yeah. Yeah, the edible tolerance, it's just like, I think if you're taking them every day, which I don't think that you are, right? Are you?
No, no, I'm like once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks.
Gotcha. That's how you build up the tolerance and take a bunch. But like, nobody really needs to do that. I think it's better every couple of weeks, because the experience is just so questionable or hard to gauge for some people. That's pretty
Yeah.
interesting. So when is the next planned edible infused ghost hunting stream?
Oh my god.
You're gonna see the
That
ghosts. Where?
I'll see something. I don't know if it'll be the ghosts. Uh, I don't really have a next ghost hunting stream planned. Um, but I think the next place I would like to go to is in New York called the Hell House. Um, so I'd like to go check that out at some point. Either that or
Hell
Bobby
House.
Mackey's.
What's Bobby Mackey's?
It's like a bar. Um, in fact, I think they might be closing it down. I'm not 100% certain on that. So
Because of
my
ghosts?
time may be. No, I don't know the exact reasoning behind it.
Not enough ghosts. Not driving the business. And we're not haunted enough. People are going to other
Oh,
haunted bars.
Someone said it shut down already.
Dang. And the other place you said was called Hell
Um,
House?
yeah, it's in New York.
What
It's also known as the Hinsdale House.
and it's like an open for business place?
Yeah, they have a nonprofit organization that runs out of it. The whole purpose of it is to like, I guess, restore the house over time. Um, and so I think you can pay. It's like $300 or $400 and take a group there to stay overnight.
That's interesting. I know there's like a lot of places with ghosts in Colorado Springs. Like they got a ghost town and they got they got all kinds of stories. I remember hearing some crazy stuff, but ghost hunting seems like it would be really fun to do while high because like, you know, maybe we'll get the ghosts high. Maybe they blaze too. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's got me talking to ghosts.
it's uh it's very adrenaline based. Like it gets your heart pumping because you don't know what you're going to run into. I mean, 9 times out of 10, my heart's pumping because I'm afraid there's some actual person there that's going to attack me or kill me. I'm not afraid of the ghost. Like I'm the type that if I go into an investigation, I'm the one that kind of like takes charge. Like I will be the first one to go look for a noise or whatever. I'm that blonde chick in the movie that like you're like, no, please stay right there. Don't go. And I'm the one that just goes head on into it.
What's that over there? I heard a noise. I'm gonna check it out all by myself. Oh man.
Yep.
That's a way to do it. Oh man. So how you've done ghost hunting on stream? What was like the craziest thing that you think you
The
found?
last one I did was the Conjuring House. That one was pretty fun. Now, our experience was a little ruined because of the caretaker that was watching over the house at that point, uh, or that was with us that night. So we had some incidents with people not quite following the rules,
Mm.
and it kind of got us in trouble. But
What kind of rules?
I can't really. Well, one guy decided he was gonna have alcohol in his car, and he was gonna go out to his car and drink it. And on the property, when you sign a little waiver, it's like can't have alcohol on you or anything like that. He's like, oh, yeah, I just thought I'll be in my car. I wouldn't be in the house. I thought it would be okay. And we're like, this dude almost got us kicked out because he wanted to go get a buzz. So
That's some
that was
me
fun.
shit. I'll be fine. I'm just gonna go out to the car, couple of beers, few bong rips. We're gonna be okay.
Yeah, it was wild. I was pretty upset that night, which could have messed with the experience of it all. But um, I mean, it's just to be able to see the house alone. I mean, there's the Conjuring movies based around that house, so just to even be able to go there and see it in person was really cool.
The
But we
movies are
we didn't
based
really
around that.
capture much. Yeah, the Conjuring movies are based around the Conjuring House up in Rhode Island.
Oh, guess I didn't know it was a real spa. That's cool. In Rhode Island.
Yep.
It's like I picture there's like 73 houses in Rhode Island. It's so small. One of them's the most haunted.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. It's so haunted they make movies. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, the neighbors are like, don't move in there. Don't go there.
Don't go in. I'll be fine. It just looks creepy. It would be cool to move into a house that looks haunted because, like, you could be that fucking creepy guy where they're like, that's the haunted house. And they fucking peek over the fence to see, and you're just like, they're raking or something, but like, they're all scared of you for no reason. It gives you, like,
Yep.
it gives you the status of being scary. People fuck off. Stop solicitors. No door to door. Nothing. I think
Yeah.
that'd be
Guard demon, stay out.
so. I think a few things I wanted to pull you on and ask. I thought it would be really interesting for the chat to listen to, but I kind of wanted to ask you some questions if you remember, or what kind of stuff you remember of like early streams. Like, do you remember the first stream of mine you watched, or one of the first, or can you remember?
I can't recall like the first streams that I was in, but I know at the time you were doing DoorDash deliveries. So that is about the time that I came in. Because I originally found you through, well, at the time it was Cinnabar Corp, but now he's Travel with Gus.
Oh
Because
yeah.
that was a fun one. Because the way that I met you, well, we were actually in Gus's Discord, and uh, Danny, who was one of the moderators at the time, was really giving you a hard time. He's like, "Man, this Cupid's
Oh
guy is
yeah.
really weird," and he was just going off on you. And I'm like, "Bro, it's not that serious. Like, just leave him alone." Like, and then you were like explaining the whole argument that was going on. I'm like, "All right, it's chill. It's whatever." And then that's when I followed you and started watching your streams, and kind of just been there ever since.
Oh man. Now that you said that, I'm kind of remembering that moment. Like somebody was just freaking out because I existed. Like I don't, I don't even remember. I think they knew that I was a streamer and they thought I was trying to self promote myself or something,
I
and they
think
were
that
just
was
mad
it.
about it. And I'm just like, I'm just chatting with people. I'm hanging out. I was trying to talk with other people that were doing IRL stuff because my biggest questions at the time are like, what fucking cell phone service do you use? My shit keeps dropping every fucking 10 minutes. Like, I was always trying to ask anybody doing IRL, like, what phone do you have? What signal? What are you using? So I can definitely remember when you say Cinnabar Corp. That name sounds familiar.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
I'm pretty positive that's what it was. As I think he thought that you were trying to self promote, and I know that wasn't the case. But
I
yeah,
forgot about that. That's actually, I don't even, dang, I didn't have that connection. I know that I think I used to see you in like Jay Streezy's chat when he was doing he would do like Uber driving streams,
yep.
and I was doing Uber Eats stuff, so I just would go on Twitch and search Uber. I'm like, is anybody doing what I'm doing? Like, and that's how I found his stream. And I remember seeing that. But yeah, there's I guess I used to do like driving slash IRL streams. Most of my streams were me in my car, like the camera sitting on my dashboard. So like, it's
Yep.
so much different. I don't even want to do that kind of stuff or think about it because it's awful. You're always disconnecting or lagging. The chat the whole time is like, hey, it dropped. It's lagging. Fuck, I'm just trying to
But at
chill.
at the time, that's what was popping off. I mean, especially when you think about the Uber drivers like doing what Jay was doing. Um, you never knew who you were gonna get in the car, what they were gonna say, what they were gonna do, and that was the excitement of it. and
Yeah.
you always had some kind of character that would pop in.
That actually was that's a very interesting aspect. There used to be a lot of streamers. You can't do it anymore. I think it's against the Twitch and the Uber and Lyft rules. But a lot of streamers would just take passengers in their car with Uber or Lyft, for all day, and you would just see a bunch of people, random people that have random guests on the show. Some people didn't realize what was happening. They're like, "Hey, you cool to be on Twitch?" They're like, "I don't know what that means." Sure. But some
Yeah,
people knew what was up, and it was like random. It's like a talk show with random guests all day. It was kind of interesting. I do remember a period of that for a while. I forgot about it, but yeah, a lot of people doing Uber and Lyft.
yeah, that's pretty much what got me into watching Twitch again, because I was the big Twitch stan that was like, "Oh, gaming should be the only thing on this platform, and there shouldn't be IRL. Like that's just dumb. That's not what this was made for." And then I happened to, or one day I was bored. I remember it was a Sunday, and I was just sitting at home, and I hopped on Twitch, and I'm like, "Let's check out what these losers are about."
Check out these
So
losers over here.
So I just hopped in the IRL category and saw Gus was actually the first one I popped into, and I was like, "Oh, this is actually pretty cool." And I started talking with him and uh, got involved in his chat, got mod in there, and then through that is where I found Jay Streezy, because they did some kind of NorCal stream team meetup in California at the time, and I found him through that, and then that was just the rabbit hole that got me into the IRL side of Twitch.
Yeah, it's definitely different. I guess there's always people doing IRL content, but the landscape of it changes a lot with what you see, and now depending on which website you're on, it varies. But dang, I don't even know. IRL content is just it's so weird just when you're out in public, like counting on other people to not be weird about it. I don't know. I've seen so many random clips of just people getting mad. I had somebody throw rocks at me while I was live streaming because they thought I was trying to film them, and I'm like, "Well, now I gotta film you because you're fucking throwing rocks at me. Like, I gotta get it on film." I don't
Need
know.
evidence.
It's very weird. So I don't know. But when you do IRL streaming, I guess it's just ghost hunting. You're locked into a certain spot. Have you done any other types of IRL, like any let's go explore an area
Um,
type streams?
no, I mean the main one's been the ghost hunting. As rare as that has been, I'd love to do it more, but just don't have the means to do it more at the moment. But um, I've done a few cooking streams here and there, or if I go on vacation to like the beach, I'll do like beach streams. But I don't really do anything too extravagant.
Beach stream might be one I could think of. Cooking streams, I always have the idea for a cooking stream, but like I I don't want to cook. I can't cook. I don't feel like it. Like I just order something and pretend to make stuff, like stir an empty pot and then open up an Arby's bag. Boom.
Dump it in there off camera.
Oh look, I made
Wow,
beef and
roast
cheddar
beef.
on a bun in a pot all at once. Oh man. So, I think one of my favorite clips, I was reminded of it on one of my oh, it's not called stream anniversaries anymore. It's called Chat's birthday. On Chat's most recent birthday, one of my favorite clips was taken by you when I was doing some IRL delivery stuff. I'm just gonna ask you if you remember. I should have had it ready
Oh,
to play. But like
I
I
think
was like standing on a ledge and I fucking jumped off the ledge and I like ducked down to
yeah,
make it look like I fell further, but like the camera lagged and it looked like I just disappeared. I like waved and then I was
yeah.
gone or some shit. You remember that?
I remember that uh, very, very vividly. Like that is one of two clips that come to mind from your channel. That one, and then also the one of us all being in a Discord call and me snoring.
I forgot about the snoring one. Oh, I felt so bad for it, but oh shit, you brought it up, so we can laugh about it a little bit.
Yeah, he just turns down the music. Shh, shh, hey guys, listen to this. I'm just knocked out.
What? How do we do that? It was like streamception of like. Is
Yep.
that what it was? 10 people trying to stream
Yep.
all together. Oh
I don't
man,
remember who all was in it, but I know there was. I
a
know for
lot of
sure there
people.
was me, you, and Cheeto was in there.
Yeah, I think it was something we did a few times, and it ended up being wild.
Yeah, we
Just
had way
hear
too many
every
people.
stream. Yeah.
It was a moment though.
We just fucking around and trying stuff, and do what you gotta do. Yeah, Inter passed out, and we recorded him snoring. I mean, what?
Good times, good
Oh man,
times.
the other clip though,
Hey,
the disappearing act, is so crazy to watch because it's like that was before the disconnect screen on Twitch, before they would like put you
yep.
on a pause, and it just like bunched it all together. Like, all right, you're getting this and then that. He gone.
It's one. It's one of those ones that you would anybody who saw that would be like, "Oh, that's edited. That's fake." Well, it's like, no, that just lagged at the perfect time.
Just a dang old connection issue. That's my whole stream though, just lagging at the perfect time. All right, I'm about to say the funniest joke ever. Lag. I
Yep.
like it. Dang old IRL streaming. Do you? I guess I had some other questions about like, are there any things you remember early on from me streaming in Colorado that really stuck out to you? Any other IRL content that I might have done? Because there's so much stuff that I used to I barely remember it, and then when somebody brings it up, I'm like, oh yeah, I was doing that. Just like some of the stuff we were talking about earlier.
Um. I mean, besides the delivery driving, and then after when you were done, you'd always come home, and that's when you would do your sesh, for lack of a better term. Um, I don't know. It's really not a whole lot more that I can remember.
Oh, yeah, I know I did like a few random IRL streams. Some of them I would go to like a museum or something. I just never would save highlights, or I don't even have like a lot of clips of some of the stuff I did. And it seems like I don't know. I didn't know about VOD saving. Ugh.
I remember you going for like walks and things like that, but I don't remember the specifics of what you were going on that walk for.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. I
I
don't think
do
there was ever
remember
specific.
meeting up. I remember you meeting up with Beck one time and eating
Yeah.
with him at I think it was at some kind of breakfast place.
Oh yeah, dude. Me and Beck went to Village Inn. Bro, I forgot about you said the spot, and I teleported there for a second. Fucking the breakfast spot that I would get the chicken and waffles there. Oh
That's how you know
yeah.
the food's good. You can just remember it just off a vague description.
Hell yeah. Village Inn they got some good pie over there. Yeah, Beck stayed over, I think he was driving back from TwitchCon, stayed at my house.
That makes sense.
It's a little pit stop. I had a few streamers I think would drove by and just stopped. A few IRL. I know like Evil Etho and Trucker Saw at
Yep.
one point. I know I've met a few. It's just some people just don't even make content anymore. So I'm like, oh yeah. It's been a while. It's been years.
One day we'll get the IRL collab between Cupins and Intermedation.
There you go.
That almost happened at a TwitchCon, but I don't think that ever came to fruition.
Dang old didn't work out. So, you were talking about not having any interest in like smoking. You just on the edibles. Have you tried any drinks? Any like THC drinks?
I didn't know that was a thing.
You didn't. You can get some stuff at like liquor stores. There's a few places. There's some grocery stores that even carry like the hemp derived stuff. Not every place does, but like they just they're slinging it at some of the stores. So I know you said
I'll have to check
do
it
some
out.
drinking. I can't find any good stuff near me from any of the legal shops, but I know I've had drinks in the past and they're really good. It's just like you gotta check where you're getting it from, I guess. I would think some of these bigger name stores, if they're carrying it, might have done some vetting of brands or something. I don't know. I guess it's hard to
It's like
tell.
what is the? I mean, obviously, like beer and alcohol have their own distinct taste. Like, what do you compare a THC drink to? Like,
It's just
is it comparable?
it's flavorless, and when they add it, essentially, so it's whatever they make it into, a soda or a fruit juice or something.
Okay.
I, I've had like fruit punch. I've had different stuff, but yeah, it's mostly like they nano emulsify extracted THC, and it's usually like just a powder mixed in with some stuff, and that powder is usually flavorless unless they want to sell a flavored powder. But yeah,
Okay.
it's not like the same as brewing a beer or making wine or something like that. They're just extracting it and adding it to the same way that like they make a white claw, probably like they just put a little bit of vodka in it or something, in a little bit of
Okay.
sparkling
Yeah.
wine or sparkling water. They just put a little bit of weed in it. They're not making a cool thing. I don't know if that's how White Claws, but I know some of those seltzers they just add a little bit of liquor to some seltzer water, and that's how they get the thing.
Yeah.
It's not like a very special brewing process. But maybe I think somebody is probably doing some beer brewing. There's got to be some places in Colorado for sure because there's so many breweries there, and the cannabis is similar to the hops. I guess somebody's doing something. Like I just don't know if that part of it gets you high.
Yeah.
If it extracts it, but maybe.
I'll have to look into that. See if there's anywhere around here that would have something like that.
Because when you brew beer, does it get really hot? Do you know? I don't even know. Does anybody know?
I'm not sure. I'm not really a beer person. Like I like ciders, but I don't know. I've never been a fan of beer. Now, moonshine, on the other hand, I can get into some moonshine.
Shine. What kind of shine?
I got a lot of kinds.
A
My
lot of
favorite's the
kinds.
apple pie.
You getting that Tennessee stuff? What you getting?
Yeah, 70 proof apple pie. I actually got it right here.
Oh, look at that. Oh, I've had that one before.
It's the best one.
It's the best one. I've been into, I think they do like tastings there in dang old Pigeon
Yep.
Forge or something. Okay.
Yep.
I've been there years ago and tasted a bunch. That one is a good one.
Yeah.
I think I bought that.
They let you taste whatever. I think it was like the strongest one was like 120 proof or something. And it's like that one's like drinking kerosene.
Yeah.
It's not.
Not pleasant.
Nope.
So you're more on moonshine. You said cider, but it's more about the shine and cider every now and then?
Um, I think casually, I'd probably take the cider. Uh, but when it comes to the harder liquors, I prefer moonshine over anything else.
And are you doing shots of it or are you mixing it?
I just open it up, take a sip, put it down.
He's for real. He's for real with the shine. Oh, dang. Nah,
Yeah,
that's how you do it.
I don't have a shot glass, so it's like, I mean, why even dirty up a glass when I can just drink out of it?
Nah, I get it. I understand. It's making sense. You don't have to do it. It's less steps. You're already there. Let's get lit. Dang. I
Yeah.
just can't imagine myself doing it, so that's why I didn't even think about it. Oh man.
It probably makes me sound like a really big alcoholic, but I rarely drink.
No, I think it made you sound like you get some toughness in you. It sounded hard. You know what I mean?
That's where the
Sounded tough.
tolerance talk comes in, because I can handle my liquor. I can't handle my THC apparently.
Just pop the lid off and take a sip. Look, the handle.
Yeah. Just take a sip of my gummies, just pop it back.
It doesn't look as tough because you just got to chew it now. Yeah, I'm gonna be high, so high in a couple hours, maybe a few. It's it's definitely a different game. That's why I like the bong rips. But you know, you can go to other planets off of edibles.
Yep, I almost made it.
Just one more gummy. You should have taken. Should have taken four. Taken four. I don't know words.
Chat, when you can't walk straight, you've gone too far.
What if you're walking on like a round track? It's like specifically designed for you to curve when you're walking.
You're fine.
Okay, we're good. All right, I'm gonna design all my floors like that. Sorry, you got to curve to get to places. Like this is the stumble course. We're ready.
Yep.
Ooh. So what's the latest Super Mario PB? What you getting on the speed runs, guys? Inter does some Super Mario 64 speed running. He plays the game I used to play as a kid and fucking fumble around on the same level for hours. He does that shit in fucking 30 seconds. Like, bro's crazy with it.
Yeah,
What's some
my fastest time is 17 minutes and 52 seconds in 16 star, which is like the most popular category. Um, but
that's
it,
beating Bowser?
yeah, that is starting from intro to final Bowser.
Yeah, beating Bowser
Well,
in less than 20 minutes. Like, I can't even think about it. I don't even have 20 minutes to. What? That's crazy. That's your
but
favorite run? Is the 16 star?
I actually hate 16 star with a passion. Uh, at first, it's great because it's geared towards beginners. It's the easiest category to get into. But the skill gap is massive. Like my 17-minute time sounds great on paper, but if you look at runs that are even 1 to 2 minutes faster than mine, it the amount of tricks and stunts that they pull off is exponentially like harder.
You get a minute faster?
Yeah.
Jesus. What's the best time on 16 star? Just because I'm curious.
Um it's either a 14.3x or a 14.4x. I can't remember exactly. But it is like
14
the
minutes
mid. Yep.
is the best?
Yep.
And you're at 17?
Yeah. Which
And
again, it sounds close, but there's no way I could ever picture myself getting that good.
because it does sound like 17 minutes being the game is crazy. It sounds crazy. 14 minutes being the better time. It sounds close, but you're saying you got to be insane, exponentially more insane to shave off
Oh
three
yeah.
minutes?
Whenever you have time, uh, go on speedrun.com, go to Super Mario 64, watch the world record for 16 star. That kid who has the world record will blow your mind at the things he does.
Dang, that sounds crazy. Speedrunning does seem
Yeah, in
wild.
64.
Are there other fun games to speedrun? Have you tried any other games or
Um,
obviously there's different versions of the Mario speedrun you can do.
yeah, the only other game that I've speedran was Spyro 1. Um, I have just over an hour on the any percent for that game.
Over an
I could
hour.
definitely I could definitely get to around the 50 to 55 minute mark, but I haven't played it in a while.
How many Spyro attempts?
Um, I think I've got like 3 PBs in that, so I mean I've probably done 15 to 20 attempts at best.
Huh? You try any Zelda speedruns or no?
I I first found out about speedrunning and decided to try it. I looked up. I was actually looking up Ocarina of Time on Twitch to see if anybody was playing it, and I found a big streamer that was doing speedruns of it. And when I got in there, he was just rating out, but he rated into a Majora's Mask speedrunner, and that's like my favorite Zelda game. So I started watching that, got involved there, and watching him and others was like, there's no way I could do what they're doing, but I do want to get into speedrunning, and I found someone else speedrunning Super Mario 64, and that's how I got into it. But I told myself I would never do Zelda because the tricks are like they're a lot of them are frame perfect, and like I just don't think I would have the mental capacity to pull them off.
It's like that? Frame
Oh yeah,
perfect?
there's some insane tricks in Legend of Zelda.
Well, because that's how the speedrunning works. You're not just the best Zelda player. You're doing crazy shit that's almost glitching in some aspects.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I guess if I want to look up some. The only speedruns I've looked up are some of those climbing games that I've played, and it's like it's the same thing. They figured out the little glitches of the little what's gonna do something, but I don't know, man. I don't think I have the patience for it. I get higher and higher as I go, and I'll get worse and worse. I think, or
I
better.
wish I could like have the mental fortitude to like find all these different glitches and tricks that I don't know how people find those things. Like, is it something you just stumble upon, or is it like hours of like rigorous testing in areas? Um,
Yeah, I think the more that you know, the more you understand how to do them, so they're easier to find. But some of it's got to be random. Some of it's got to be like you heard about something or you try something
yeah,
and it seems wild. Cause yeah,
yeah, I don't
you're
know how to
right.
do it, but props
Who
to them.
had you figure that shit out? Like they're still finding out stuff in games that came out, so long ago. Somebody just found out about a thing, or it's the first YouTube video about it. Somebody knew, but they didn't know who to tell. Like, wait, come over to my house. I gotta show you this thing on GoldenEye.
It's like Super Mario 64. People are still finding stuff today. Like, uh, they like they might have thought that it was possible, but I mean, recently there was something called carpetless, which is in 120 runs where you can like do all these weird movements to get on top of the castle without having to ride the carpet all the way there.
Hmm.
And it was theorized for years, but someone finally figured out how to do it within the last year and made it happen.
That is crazy. I guess that helps too when you have thousands and thousands of nerds all thinking about the same thing. Like, How do
Yep.
we do that? Like the bigger the game, the closer you are to whatever. That's wild. Dang. I'm wondering about, can you, are there even like speed runs on like newer games? Because they fucking update them bitches so often. They barely can fucking complete a game when they drop it. It's so glitchy. I guess some
Yeah, I
stuff
mean,
depends on the type of
pretty
game.
much any game that comes out, there's gonna be a speed run for it. It might not be optimized in the way that you would think most speedruns are. Like it's just someone's like, "Hey, I beat this in 5 hours," and it's like, "Well, you're the only one recorded to have done that yet, so I guess you're the world record." And then people will see that and be like, "Oh, well, I can do this and make this faster," and that just starts the cycle.
You're right. I mean, I do have a few smoking world records. Not trying to brag, but you know, there's a few
Oh
people that are
yeah,
trying to challenge them just because I got the record. Like, it's me at the top.
you
Show
got to
me a
make a
better time.
website.
I actually was thinking about that, but I'm like, I couldn't take myself serious. But like the Guinness Book of World Records, it's just the beer guys that are like, yeah. But like, I don't know. We'll see.
Weedrun.com.
There you go.
I got
Speed
you.
run, weed run. I like it. It's probably already like somebody owns the domain for sure. But like, you know, they'll sell it for 420
Probably.
bucks. Yeah, I don't know. I'm probably have to set a bunch more records too. That might be interesting. Just like do one stream where I break 10 world records or set. Yeah, I'm not breaking them because they're not set yet. I gotta set them first. The first person to do 2 bong rips and eat 3 sandwiches after. I have the record for the most sandwiches after 2 bong rips. Just some easy ones like that to get it going, you know?
Yeah,
1400 for the domain. All right. Uh, buy for me. I'll pay you back. Um,
that's crazy.
that's what they have it listed for, but nobody. I don't know. It's a good name though. A weed delivery service could buy that weed run,
True.
and they're gonna make more than 14,000 in the first day if they're delivering the good shit. If they got the good shit. Oh man. So, have you been playing a lot of games on your stream lately? You do a variety of games. I know I see you on some different stuff here and there when I have a chance to watch, but I know you said mostly Valorant. Checked out any weird ones lately or new ones?
Um, Valorant's mostly what I focus on, especially on the weekdays, just because I have such limited time. Like, and it's just something that's like after a long day of work, I don't really want to think. I just want to like hop on the computer and shoot some people in
There you
game.
go. You already know what you're doing. Let me just go do it really quick. I don't have to read a thing.
Um, yeah, I mean, I play a variety of games, just whatever I'm feeling. There's no real rhyme or reason to it.
Yeah.
I like horror games as well. I'm big on multiplayer horror games. So
I think the last one I remember, I played some Lethal Company with you maybe 1 or 2 times. Or
yep,
it's been a minute. There's just, and I think I need more games like that where they're not super serious, but they're kind of serious. Like, you know, we gotta do some stuff. That one, it just, some of these games are jobs, bro. You get hired. At that one, I had to meet quotas. You got fired 7 times. Like, stop hiring me back.
have you heard of Content Warning? Did you ever play that?
I did hear that one, and then did you play it? Was it good?
Played a little bit. The problem was having people to play it with, but yeah, it's pretty fun. It's very similar to Lethal Company, except rather than meeting quota by picking up random items in an abandoned building with monsters, you're now filming your own YouTube videos for content in an abandoned building with monsters. So if you want to film your friend getting murdered in front of you and then take it back to the ship and upload it to YouTube, that's all you got to do. Get the views.
So you're saying I can just film you getting murdered and I get the views? In the
Exactly.
game,
Yeah,
in the
as long
game,
as
in
you
the game.
as long as you make it back to the ship and
Oh.
upload it.
Oh. Because they're going to try to get me after. They're not done once they kill my friend. They're going to try to
Exactly.
get me next. So I got to get them as they're finishing them off, but like right before I got to start making my way out. That's interesting. No, I never played that one. Ooh.
Did we lose me? Are we back?
Wait, I think we lost you for a second. I found you.
I'm here.
I found you. Yo.
Uh,
Okay. Similar vibe to the Lethal Company. You're working on a team. Some people die.
yep, some people die, but it's not in vain. You become internet famous. So
Okay. Yeah, I like the idea that maybe we could try something like that in the future. There's just so many dang old games. I think it's crazy how many games that you have access to. I feel like when there was a time where there's just a few games to look forward to. Most of them you weren't interested in, but now they got a trillion games like the ones that I like, and they're dropping them all the time.
yeah, most of them are indie games too. It's like not even big titles. People are just finding these random horror games or these poorly made games that are so bad that they're just hilarious. Um, with the right people, they're funny and they just blow up and take off.
Yeah, the indie games. I think a lot of those climbing games that blow up, the rage games, it's like one guy
Yep.
made it, and it's like, well, he did it. The Flappy Bird phenomenon. Dang, the
Yeah, because it
only up
was.
game had that.
Yep.
The phenomenon was so popular, and then the guy was like, people don't like it. I'm only reading the negative reviews, and I'm mad about it.
Yeah.
Vampire Survivors.
There's one that's like only up that's coming out. I had some guy, I guess he's the developer of it, send me a message and I was like, "Hey, you should check out this game." And basically, it's like it's similar to Only Up, but it's like Only Down. I don't remember the exact name of it, but you're basically a cat and you only go down. I was just like, "All right, I'll try it."
You a cat? I'm
Yeah,
in. I'm in.
yeah, just it's Mister.
It's fun though. You played it, or is it not out?
I, I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play it this weekend. I think it's in demo right now.
Mm. I know I saw one where you're like chained with a group of people and you all have to climb together, and if one person falls, it can wreck everybody. But
Oh, that would be wild.
I think that's coming out soon. We might have to check that one out. Yeah, I like the I like the climbing games. I don't know why. There's just there's a there's a sense of accomplishment when you get really high, and I like to get really high.
It's true. It's true.
It's
Can
true.
confirm. 71 months. Can confirm.
Can confirm in the 71 months that you've been subscribed, you've seen me maybe get high a couple few times, 3 or 4, 5 or 6
Yeah,
trillion.
5 or 6 thousand.
5 or 6 thousand. Can you think of a time where I was the highest you've ever seen me?
No.
It's probably like one of the 24-hour or the long ones. But there's other shit going on. I'm tired at that point.
It's got to be harder to gauge, but I mean, the gas mask one. It's got to be up there.
That's a
You have
different
to be
kind.
pretty high just to think of that.
Nah, you're right. You're right. yeah, I'll get high with a gas mask on. And instead of it blocking out gas for fresh air, I'll just get weed. No, it's a great idea
Yo,
on paper.
PSP did good there. 71 months, 710. Smart.
That guy knows numbers. I think he can count to 100 first try.
I believe it.
No practice runs at all. Fucking nothing. Oh man, so what's Myrtle Beach like? You is that where you go to the beach at? No,
Heck no. Not anymore.
not
No,
anymore.
it is dirty Myrtle for a reason. That is that is its nickname. Uh, I have not been to Myrtle Beach in probably 12, 13 years. Um, we used to go there a lot as kids because we'd stay in what was known as Sea Mist Resort at the time, and we'd go to amusement park in the area called Family Kingdom. Um, but there was one year we got invited by our cousins to come out to Florida, and since then it was Florida every year. Start the first one we went to was Sarasota, and then our mainstay for the past probably 10 years has been Panama City Beach. That's just the beaches there are infinitely better than anything you could see at crime infested Myrtle Beach.
Oh man, I only think about Myrtle Beach from Kenny Powers or Eastbound and Down from when they were over there. I don't know. It's just like a meme in my head. Myrtle Beach. But yeah,
Yeah,
that's crazy. Florida definitely.
it's not what it used to be.
Like we got the nicer beaches. Hell yeah. Panama City. I
100%.
haven't been over there, but it's, it's nice. It's hot, but it's nice. Florida trips. Didn't you do a cruise recently? I think you were streaming on a
Yep,
cruise, eh?
that's true. Yeah, last year I went on a cruise for uh, my friend Tom's wedding. It was like his bachelor party. So got on. We left out of Miami and went to some island near the Bahamas. It was like privately owned by the cruise company. It was like a 3 day thing.
Cruise companies got money. They got their own islands.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know. I don't know how you. So yo, I want to buy this island. Like who owns those islands to begin with? You know,
You're like under their laws then, right? They're the government there?
must be.
This is royal. This is carnival territory. This is. I'm the carnival
You're
sheriff.
you're in carnival waters, boy.
Right? That sounds crazy. But it makes sense. Let's just own all the stuff and then like just give us more money. We're taking you to an island. So I know they have on cruise ships they got like jail cells, right? Like, do they have them on the island?
I
They
don't know.
keep you on
I
the
I
island
didn't see any
overnight?
jail cells. That would not be fun though.
No.
That was an experience in itself though, because what we were told going into it was that we only needed an ID. They didn't specify what ID we needed. So I'm like, yeah, we got our driver's license, no biggie. And we show up, and they're like, yeah, that doesn't really count. It's like we were talking about like a passport ID. Uh, it's like if you don't have a passport or a copy of your birth certificate within like 2 hours, you're not getting on this ship. I was like, bro, we just spent all this money to go on this cruise just to be told, hey, you got 2 hours, you're not getting on if you can't provide. the paperwork. So thankfully, my dad was home and was able to find my birth certificate and send a picture to me. But
Damn.
I cut it pretty close there. That was the booking agent's fault, though. They just said ID. They didn't specify.
No, that's crazy. I have heard that, like, copy of your birth certificate just to get on a dang old boat. But they gotta know. What are they doing with the birth certificate though?
It's just to prove that you're a U.S. citizen.
Yeah, because that's not on the ID. It's just, I mean, you have the ID. I don't know. That's I always thought that was weird. The places that need your birth certificate, but you leave in the country. So just
Medic,
pinched myself. Yeah, the metal just pinched me. Oh jeez, I haven't had that happen in a minute. So what's something if
you're
you
right, prodigal.
what's something to do in South
Prodigal.
Carolina?
Ooh, South Carolina.
For coming back, that's the problem. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't find that my state is a very interesting place.
I couldn't think of what to do either. I actually have been there, and I asked the people there, and they're like, we can go to Bilo, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, the best place to go to if you're in South Carolina is probably Charleston. Like that is probably one of the better places you could go.
And there's not even like a lot of mountains there, right?
I mean, towards the border there is up, up
Yeah,
close to where I work.
yeah. Is there any snowboarding in South Carolina?
No,
They got snowboarding in Georgia. I don't know how they do that. I'm so confused by it. I heard people tell me about it, but they got snow in
probably.
places.
Yeah, there. I mean, there are definitely mountains in Georgia. I
Yeah,
just can't imagine that it snows enough for that, but maybe it does.
yeah. I don't know. There's some places where like they tried to do some skiing or snowboarding and it just didn't work out, so they stopped. I don't know.
Yeah, some places use fake snow, which
Mm.
I don't really understand that, but
It's like a icy with no flavor. You get the shaved ice.
yeah, they
They
just have
just
huge
don't
shaved ice machines.
just don't pour the syrup on the top. You're good. Oh man. Well, I want to see if chat has any questions for Inter. He's been watching the stream longer than anybody. He's seen he's seen some things. He's probably subscribed to my YouTube longer than anybody too. Easy. I don't know. Maybe he never subscribed and he's like, oh shit, what is he talking about? He makes YouTube videos? Fuck. I didn't know this. Oh shit.
I am subbed. I think one of the only things I don't follow you on is Rumble, but it's because I don't have a Rumble.
I don't even follow it sometimes. I keep forgetting about it. You just said it out loud now, and I'm like, oh yeah, when's the last time I did anything over there? Like, I got thousands of followers, but like, do I? But do I? Yeah, there's a D Live and Trovo and what other websites? You got to be like a plague on the internet sometimes. What was that? Oh, there was that live website I can't even remember the name of. I made an account
Oh
for it.
yeah,
It's gone.
it was Live Space. They just shut down.
Yeah. I made one to test it out, never got to test it out, it was shut down. So it's like
Didn't matter.
save myself, dodged a bullet there. Oh yeah, Lit Lounge is another one. I think they're coming back. I don't know. There's too many social media. They're all the same. They're bad.
The infamous you now.
Oh yeah. You know. Dangle. Guys, has anybody got any dangle questions for intermedation? I should have wrote some
Angle.
down. God dang it, Bobby. Does he like DBZ? Do you like
Um,
DBZ?
I don't hate it.
Dog bases.
I don't really have an opinion on it. I watched it very minimally as a kid on Toonami when it would show up on the app, but I, I didn't really follow it. I was the kid that watched Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh all the time.
Well, you got a duel.
That's right.
It's time to duel. DBZ is pretty interesting. How about top 5 anime? Go.
I don't really watch anime, so I don't know.
Top 5 games. Go.
Majora's Mask. Um, hmm, I really liked Rise Son of Rome. I don't know if I can name three more. I just like games. I'm not picky. It's kind of like TV shows or movies. It's like you have the people that know every bit of lore about the Marvel universe and will critique every Marvel movie that comes out to why it was awful, and I'm just like, yeah, it's a pretty good movie. I just watch it for what it is. I don't know the lore behind everything. I watch it, and if it looked cool, I'm good.
I like it. What are your top 5 favorite liquids?
Ooh, liquids. Uh, Milk.
Milk on top.
Uh, Root beer.
Okay, those go great together.
Dr. Pepper. Um, mm, mm, mm. That's three. I need two more. Coffee. Fat free water. Fat free water actually goes on top.
I was waiting for it. It came all the way at the end. All right, now that we know liquids, we need top 5 solids.
Cheese.
That could be a liquid in the right circumstance.
It could. Uh,
Cheese is a solid.
Pizza.
I think cheese and pizza might be. Is there cheese
Okay,
on the
there's cheese
pizza?
on pizza. Yeah, and I don't know if I can count that. Steak. Nothing like a good old steak. Um. Ah, dang it, that has cheese. Ah, I was gonna say chicken parm, but it's got cheese.
You say chicken parm.
Chicken parm it is.
I mean, we're getting off foods. So my next question can't be top 5 favorite foods.
Oh,
Uh,
dang it.
wait, we need one more
Soda.
solid.
One more solid. Banana bread.
Oh, damn. That's a good one.
Pretty
No,
solid
because
too.
I want some fucking banana bread right now. No. There's certain munchies like I don't think you're legally supposed to talk about in front of other people because like it could set them into a downward spiral until there's no end.
Oh God,
I don't
I've
know.
started the existential crisis of coupons.
Cause like where do I get banana bread at this hour?
Are
I
there
don't know.
bakeries near you?
I don't think we have the late night bakeries here. I don't think we do.
That's unfortunate.
That would be a spot though. Late night bakeries, 2 a.m. donuts and muffins and shit. No, make them late night. Nah, fuck this
Yeah, I mean,
early morning bullshit.
just be the Waffle House of bakeries. Just, be open 24/7. If you're drunk or high and you just want to go eat a bunch of pastries, head on over
The Waffle
responsibly.
House. Bakery Waffle House. It sounds dangerous. You gotta know how to fight before you go in.
Yep.
All the employees know how to fight before they get hired. Get these bakery hands. I like it. Dang, oh dang. What's your fastest speed run? Is there a shorter run than the 16 star? Or is that the shortest one?
There are, but I have not run them because the one trick that is required for them, I can't do.
It's a this one trick and you can do new runs? How weird is it?
Yeah, it's called SBLJ, and you do it um, when you enter basement or the door that takes you to like Wet Dry World.
Yeah.
No, not Wet Dry World. Sorry, DDD, the one with the big submarine, has the really mellow music.
Huh.
Basically, you have to like get on this tiny little staircase and jump forward and then like clip onto the wall at such a speed that it shoots you backwards and through the wall. Hard to explain. It's
You just gotta
you'd
push
have to
buttons
watch it.
really fast.
Well, supposedly it's you don't even need to push it that fast. It's just hitting it at the right time so that you build up the momentum.
Dang. That'd be the only thing I worked on. That sounds fun. You gotta time it.
Well, I thought about it and then I've seen people that like will try to like teach other people how to do it while they're on stream or they're trying to figure it out themselves even. And there's so much math that they have going into it. Like they'll have math equations just on their screen. I'm like, brother, I'm not doing all that.
Okay, I didn't know they were busting out equations. My bad. It's not. It's. I thought you were just feeling it out, bro. We gotta bust out the equations. I'm done. Hang on. No, if there's equations. No, never mind. Oh, I can
But yeah,
see
my,
that.
my fastest speed run is the 16-star speed run, the 17 minutes and 52 seconds.
How's it going? It's faster than I've beat any game. Even this 10-minute one I played the other day. It took me 20. Look. Fucking games, man. I think I gotta try that one. Did it take a long time to learn the 16-star run? Excuse me. Is it like a long learning
No,
process?
no, it's just to learn the basic movements it's pretty simple, I would say.
Okay. Yeah, I think I've seen you do it enough times where I want to do it. But I guess I'll see. I would
Try
try
it.
it. Cause I'll have fun playing it either way, even if I'm not doing well. bro, I'm playing Mario 64. Like, it's a me, Mario.
It do be him.
Oh well, I think we'll see if maybe anybody has any other questions before we wrap this up. I know I don't want to keep you on here too long. Um, but I'm just scrolling through the chat. I know it jumped. Fastest speedrun was the last one we read. Yeah, I think Simpsons Arcade, Ninja Turtles game. Oh, do those have speedruns? Those types of the arcade games got to, right?
I don't know about Simpsons Arcade, but I know there's a Ninja Turtle game, I think on the NES, that there are speedruns for. I think I have a friend that has done speedruns with that.
Huh. Those are like the beat 'em up games, right? The Simpsons
Yeah.
game, and those kinds of games are fun, especially with a squad.
Yeah, there's like a Simpsons hit and run, or I think that's what it's called, but that has speedruns. That's pretty popular.
Nice, I like it. And let's finish with you got a top 5 favorite movies. We didn't already ask that, right? We said
Ooh,
games.
movies. Um, okay. These probably won't be in order, but the first one definitely is like top of the list. Interstellar. That is my all-time favorite movie. Um, Master of Disguise,
Turtle, turtle.
A Crazy Nights, um, Full Metal Jacket.
That's not the anime, guys.
No, it is not.
This is my rifle. Hell
There are many like it, but this one is mine.
yeah, that's a good one.
One more. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, Anchorman 2.
The second one.
Yep.
The second one's better than the first one. I haven't seen. I
I
guess I haven't
liked it
seen it in a
better.
while. I gotta maybe rewatch them both. I know I saw the first one pop up on Hulu or something. I don't know. I gotta check it soon. No, I think I've seen all of those. That's a good list. Master of the Sky's been a minute. Turtle, turtle.
That's like one of my favorite movies. I got that movie and A Crazy Nights in the same year for Christmas as a kid. And I was really shocked I got the A Crazy Nights one because that is not a kid's cartoon movie, but my dad just thought it was. So I kind of just pulled a quick one on that one. And
Nice.
the one movie I did get taken away from me for some reason as a kid, I went to like a jockey lot, which is just like a flea market for those who don't know what that is. But um, my aunt, anytime they would come up to visit my aunt and uncle, I would go with them to the jockey lot, and they would give me like $5 to buy something. So I bought a VHS tape of Men in Black 2, and and then I got home and I'm like, "Oh, Dad, look what I got!" And he's like, "Oh, you can't watch that. You're too young for that." And he like took it and put it in his drawer. I'm like, "Come on, man! I just spent $5 on this."
Dang. But you've seen it since then?
Oh yeah, yeah, Crazy
It
Nights.
is a good one. Look, they're killing aliens in it. Not killing anybody in Eight Crazy Nights, maybe. Just teaching about Hanukkah. You gotta know.
Yep.
It's an important lesson. It's Adam Sandler. It's a cartoon. Also, that was the perception. Like, cartoons are fine. Like, they're not doing anything crazy, but then they started coming out with
Exactly.
the crazy cartoons.
Yeah,
Ooh,
I got by really really well on that one.
I like it. Well, do you got any content coming up that you want to mention? Any special streams planned? Are you doing anything cool? I know you've done some stuff recently, but anything crazy coming up?
Um, Nothing at the moment. Yeah, I don't have anything planned at the moment. Uh, I'm kind of just chilling and playing whatever I want to play.
Hell yeah. Well, dang all day. Are you doing any other content other than Twitch yet? Like, I know you got some clips going on the talk I've seen here and there.
I do stream on TikTok from time to time as well. Um, Kind of just running alongside my Twitch stream.
Gotcha.
That one's difficult to navigate because it's like you mention the word Twitch and it's almost I don't know the accuracy of the statement, but you pretty much just kind of get like shadow ban. Like you get less people coming to your stream over there.
Huh. No, that makes sense. That they had a big wave of people just trying to feed people into their Twitch streams from running a TikTok stream, like, but not, not doing anything with it. Um, it makes sense. I think a lot of the websites are like, we don't want everybody multi-streaming on all these websites. It seemed like they all did a little bit of stuff to allow after Twitch was like, fuck it, let everybody multi-stream. They'll run your bandwidth up on every website. I don't know. I think
Yeah,
Twitch kind of
it's
won with that.
crazy. It's crazy how all these other platforms are like, yeah, you can multi-stream, and other platforms will let you do it too. And then Twitch just finally, okay, we'll crack, we'll let you do it. And then all the other sites are like, yeah, but don't mention you're streaming on Twitch or another site. It's like,
Yeah.
bro, this is what you wanted, and now that it happens, like,
Yeah, that
nah,
was a big flex because I didn't think Twitch was gonna switch it up, but Twitch is like they're gonna still get most of the interaction on Twitch, and they're gonna ignore all those other weird ass chats because there's
yep,
YouTube vertical or kick chat or something crazy. Well, I think we should all give Inter like a thank you for stopping by on the stream. I know it's a lot to come on here and chat in front of people. So guys, definitely say thank you for coming. I think somebody might shout him out. I'm gonna try it really quick, but it's on cooldown now, so we'll just do the other command. Definitely check out Intermedation on Twitch. You wanna let chat know anything before you bounce?
if you guys like chill vibes, that's kind of my thing. I just like to hang out, interact with chat. So if you guys want to pop over to stream sometime, I speed run, I play Valorant, I play horror games, just whatever I'm feeling, and who knows, you might get the occasional ghost hunting stream.
Super
I
chill
appreciate y'all
streams.
having me.
Yeah, especially some ghost hunting. Yeah, thank you for coming on. Appreciate you stopping by. It was definitely a fun time. It's good to actually chat with you too. I know it's like I can say hi in the chat, but like hi, I can say
Yeah,
hi to your face. What's up? Hell yeah, dude.
exactly.
Well, appreciate you being on here, and yeah, maybe we do it again in the future. Maybe we
Yeah,
play some
absolutely.
games later.
Anytime.
Shit. All right, awesome,
Yeah, just
dude.
let me know.
I might do. Don't tell anybody in the chat this, but I might do some party animals later. But don't tell anybody in the chat. So
Oh, okay,
I don't know
okay,
if you want
okay.
to. You
Don't
got that
tell
one right?
VP.
Do you have
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'll play with you. Okay. All right, dude. Appreciate you chilling.
All right,
Later,
see you
dude.
guys.